Welcome to Family Food. We're gonna make some easy fish tacos today. I wanna show you 2 good ways to cook fish, both baked and fried. Also, an awesome fish taco sauce. Fish tacos come from the Baja region of Mexico, where they take the old taco and infuse it with fish and fruit from the southern peninsula. Make sure we pay attention to our family's allergies and intolerances today. We're gonna be using a lot of ingredients, like horseradish, ginger, and citrus fruits. Also, involving the kids is easy, but we wanna make sure that when we're frying our fish or baking our fish, they're in a safe distance from these hot items. I always stress to get our utensils ready, just like we get our ingredients ready. So today, I'm gonna be using a wok to fry my fish in. You can use a deep skillet if you'd like. Just make sure we get a metal slotted spoon when we wanna get the fish out. Also, I have a baking sheet with our flipper or spatula. I get a few different sized knives out so we can go and cut fish with one and our veggies with another. Also, we want measuring cups. I'm gonna get a few different varieties out so that we're ready with whatever we need. Because our fish doesn't take very long to cook, we're gonna start with our citrus coleslaw. I'm gonna use a 1/4 head of cabbage, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, a few dashes of cumin, and a little bunch of cilantro. Also 2 tomatoes and 1 onion. For the citrus side, I just drained out 1 full can of mandarin oranges and probably about half of this pineapple. So let's get cutting. Okay, let's start with our cabbage. We want some really thin slices. You can use a food processor. I'm just gonna cut it by hand. Now for our pineapple. To make sure it's ripe, these middle center leaves should be easily removed. Means it's ready to go. I use a serrated knife with my husk because it tends to be a little harder. Take the top off, right like this. Now the bottom. Sit it upright and just remove strip by strip. Now that we have a husk removed, I'm gonna use my straight blade, cut this into quarters. Now let's remove the core. 45-degree angle. Take it out. 2 cuts lengthwise. And then 1/4-inch strips. Now that we've cut some of our vegetables up and washed our hands in between, we're gonna do a rough chop on our oranges. Add those to our cabbage and pineapple. Now let's mix that up. We have our citrus coleslaw in the fridge. That's gonna allow those flavors to marinate while we make our fish sauce. Have a little bowl and a fork out. That's gonna help us mix everything. Let's get our ingredients together. Okay, let's get our ingredients all mixed together. Ketchup and mayonnaise, diced pickles, lemon juice, our spices, and horseradish. Should turn to this nice orange color with speckles of pickles and tarragon. Okay, finally we're on to our fish. I want to show you two styles. One's going to be a fried fish, the other's going to be a baked fish. The baked fish is a little bit more of a healthy choice. With any seafood, I like to use Old Bay seasoning. These guys have been doing this for 75 years and they do a great job. Let's go ahead and get our baked fish in the oven. I'm using a baking sheet. I'm never against using a cooking spray, just to help the sticking. And we're just going to do 2 of these fillets. Always make sure you wash your hands before and after touching any meats. And then just a teaspoon over the top of each fillet. And this is my favorite, the Old Bay seasoning. Okay, in the oven it goes. With our fried fish, we're gonna use a cup of plain breadcrumbs per every pound of fish, 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning per pound, and 1 tablespoon of Old Bay. Let's just go ahead and add those now. Okay, let's go ahead and fry some of our fish. We got our oil at 300 degrees. We cut our fillets into small strips so they fit on our tacos better. We're gonna start with an egg wash. This is just gonna help the coating stick to our fish. Also gives it a nice fried flavor. With our breadcrumbs, we wanna make sure it's totally covered. You can pat to make sure that it gets all on the fish. Now into our fryer. When we pull it out of the oil, we always wanna make sure we use a metal slotted spoon so it doesn't melt. We want a nice golden color on it like this. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes. We made some awesome fish tacos today. You can take your choice over flour or corn tortillas. Like, subscribe, leave your comments, but mainly go out there and make some mistakes while I dig in.